There's the key man, Spencer. You like your centre halves,
Yeah.
and there's none better.
No, I think they're a completely different side without him in it.
Great leader, isn't he? Fantastic player, John Toy.
Right, well, I mean, obviously it's at the back, but we say at least from the front. But he certainly leads by example, doesn't he? So, you know, I really think that the big match-up today is going to be how Gerrard and Alonso go against Essien and Lampard. And I think that's going to be the key. They've matched up pretty much. They're both looking like they're going to play a 4-4-2. And I just think that's the real battle is those four players in the middle. And whoever comes out on top there, I think will go on and win this game.
This man could be key as well. Fernando Torres, of course. The rumour is that Liverpool wanted well, not a rumour, it's a fact. They want a 20-goal a season man, and this man, they believe, is the player to provide
they've got a few candidates probably capable of getting up towards 20 goals a season. Dirk Kuyt, Peter Crouch, Voronin, who scored that goal, as we said, against Toulouse. These are all proven goal scorers and would be players that think they could do it. Obviously, Torres is in that, he's in that range as well, isn't he? He's certainly got the quality. It was a wonderful signing.
Now, Sean Wright-Phillips had a very frustrating first season, Spencer, for Chelsea, but he's come really good at the start of this campaign.
Well, having sort of played with him at Man City, we're not, you know, he is an out-and-out confidence player, and to have been given the faith at the start of the season by Mourinho and said, you're going to start the season from the out wide. Sean's reacted to that, and he's, you know,
he's been the pick of them.
He really has. His work rate is superb, isn't it?
Now, what about another flank man, if you like, Jermaine Pennant, who's a guy with a bit of a troubled past. He's been at a few clubs. Arsenal paid a lot of money for him a few years ago, and he went off the rails a little bit, but he seems to have come good this season, finally perhaps fulfilling his potential. And there's another key man perhaps for Chelsea, Florent Malouda, the new signing.
He's been a good signing for Chelsea, but Pennant, for me, Benitez obviously likes him because he plays him very often, and I think Liverpool for many years lacked a right side of play. We know Gerrard used to get pushed out there all the time, and Pennant is the one player in that squad that, you know, likes to play a wide right. But I think Malouda for Chelsea has been a great signing as well, and they've got a great balance in their side. You know, no secret, I've tipped Chelsea to win the league, and I still believe that because I just think they've got a great balance and a great lot of depth to their squad.
But not today.
But not today, of course. Yes.
Okay.
They're allowed to slip up.
We know you love the in the nose, Robbie. So here's the Chelsea in the nose. Ted Drake was their first title-winning manager back in 1955, and he was a very talented sportsman as well. He also played cricket for Hampshire. Bruce Buck is the chairman of Chelsea, would you believe? But he owns just one share. I think you could call him a figurehead. For Roman Abramovich, who owns 84 million. And did you know that Chelsea were one of the first football clubs in the world to be featured in film? 1930, it was called The Great Game, and the Chelsea striker, a man called Jack Cock, was one of the stars. But you know what I'm going to say? He only had a small part.
Well, boom, boom. Good job it's late night television.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we talked about Chelsea's strength in depth, but what about John Obi Mikel, the emergence of him, Spencer? Because once upon a time, it was unthinkable that Claude Makelele would not be in Chelsea's starting 11. These days, he's almost on the periphery due to the emergence of this man, and in part Mikel Essien, who plays that role as well.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised because I'm a big Makelele fan. I like Makelele, and I'm surprised that he's not gone and stuck with what he had last year because he didn't have a good season. And you know, Obi coming in. I think that might be where their little weakness is a little bit. So maybe give something for Liverpool to exploit.
I mean, Makelele is getting older as well, isn't he? I mean, you can't go on forever. He's had a wonderful career, and a lot of people, we know Real Madrid's gone on and won the title last season and had, you know, obviously not that bad a time since he left, but a lot of people still there say that, you know, when he left Real Madrid, they never really replaced him, and that's how much he was thought of in those parts. And of course, he has played in the World Cup final. He's done a few things in his career,
Certainly has. He's a quality player, and I tell you what, another quality player, Robin van Persie, has given Arsenal the lead over Blackburn Rovers in the other game currently going on at the moment.
There's a
team that's at Ewood Park. We've not talked too much about Arsenal in terms of title challenges, but they lead at the break at the moment. Back to the other Londoners. I just wonder, Spencer, whether you talked about Chelsea's weaknesses, if they have any at all. Glenn Johnson has been playing at right back in the opening couple of games of the season, certainly in the league campaign.
Yeah.
Is he the answer for them in that position? Paulo Ferreira's played as well. He's been dropped today. They've got Lassina Diarra, I think is out injured at the moment, but of course they've been heavily linked with Daniel Alves of Sevilla, trying to sign him. Would that be a good buy for them to maybe fill that gap?
Glenn Johnson's, I don't think he's started very good this season. You know, I do believe that they are going to bring, I believe they'll bring someone in, and, you know, they've obviously farmed Glenn Johnson out on loan for a little bit last season, and I don't think they've got utter faith in him.
Well, these are the teams getting ready to come out at Anfield, which is always a very special moment for any player, no matter how many internationals you've played. Who's your tips, guys? Who are you going for, Robbie?
Well, I am wearing my red tie, which I wore last night, so I'd have to say I'll have to go for Liverpool, of course, but this is going to be very tough. Actually, if I'm completely honest, I do fancy a draw. But
Spencer?
I'll pick Liverpool anyway.
I think that Chelsea might turn him over today.
OK, well, I'm not going to sit on the fence this time. I'm going for a Liverpool home victory. I think it's going to be their title this season.
I don't know if I'm happy or not.
That's a big shout, isn't it?
I thought you were looking forward to seeing Jamie Carragher play.
I am. I
he's
just
not
think
going to get the
Chelsea
goal.
is strong. Chelsea, you know, after that Man U result, Chelsea have had a nice.
I just think this is a blockbuster really early in the season. We're so lucky tonight to have two great games to watch.
Absolutely. Well, Chelsea have got a good record against Liverpool. They've won 5 of the last 6 league games, and Jose Mourinho has got a bit of the Indian sign over Rafael Benitez. Will that continue? Let's find out as we hand you over to our match commentators Ian Darke and Robbie Earle.
Well, what a pulsating atmosphere around Anfield here. The ritual handshakes, but I think after that, the truce will be over. Good and proper. Till after the game, then they might have a drink together. That's how it should be. Massive confrontation then here. Let's check the two sides for you. Liverpool made 6 changes in Europe in midweek, but today they revert to the side which was successful at Villa on the opening day. That means record signing Fernando Torres makes his Anfield debut in preference here to Peter Crouch. Steven Gerrard, the skipper, plays despite a broken toe, which needed a pain-killing injection before the kickoff. Chelsea make 3 changes here. John Terry is fit again after knee trouble. He's made a surprising recovery, takes his place in the defence, replacing Ricardo Carvalho, who's out injured. Michael Essien, who's had a knock and missed the game at Reading in midweek, returns at right back here, and John Obi Mikel starts in midfield, with Ferreira and Sidwell dropped and not even in the 16. That's how ruthless that Jose Mourinho is. One of the subplots here, Jose Mourinho against Rafa Benitez, the Iberian rivals. Mourinho leads Benitez 7-5 with 3 draws. And these two sides are like stars in the same orbit. They keep getting on a collision course in various competitions. Chelsea have had the better of it in league meetings. They've won 5 of the last 7. And Liverpool fans will remember the FA Cup semi-final when they had over Chelsea, and 2 victories, crucially, in Champions League semi-finals. How difficult playing with this broken toe for Steven Gerrard, Robbie?
Not that bad, Ian, to be honest. I think it's one of them, it maybe sounds worse than it is, and maybe have a pain-killing injection, and you play the 90 minutes and he'll get through it. It'll be after that he'll have some pain, but such is the importance now to the league title, to Liverpool, that they're going to risk their captain, they're going to risk their talisman. I think they really want to post a message out here today that Liverpool mean business.
What a great day too for those two little boys. I remember there was a picture like that once at Everton with Wayne Rooney as one of the mascots, and I wonder what happened to him. A great day, one they'll remember for the rest of their lives. Rob Stiles is the man given the job of taking charge of this one. Steven Gerrard, sure to be a dynamic presence, and this season confirmed he'll be a central midfielder. I think the experiment of playing him wide on the right is over. The referee, the manager, has confirmed that. Rob Stiles just making sure everything is coordinated. And Chelsea getting us underway here on a ground where they've lost twice already in 2007. In the league and in the Champions League on penalty kicks. Chelsea with a 100% start this season, and Liverpool only their second game. They did win at Villa in their first game, so something has to give, you'd think, here. Here's Pennant. Now Alonso, who got the vote over Mascherano in central midfield. Agger for Liverpool. Liverpool making the point that they want to set their own tempo, boss the midfield, but Drogba has whipped that away from Alonso, and here's Wright Phillips, who's been in the mood this season. Drogba from range.
He got one in midweek against Reading, obviously got a taste for it again. He was outstanding last year as a goal scorer, as a target man for Chelsea. Certainly a miss when he's not there.
A lot of stories this season that Chelsea will be more expansive in their style following backstage discussions between the owner Roman Abramovich, who wants Chelsea to be a bit more cavalier, and manager Jose Mourinho. Interesting to see how they play it here. Lampard. Good challenge by Alonso. Pennant's got it here for Liverpool. Drill towards Risa, who's got a bit of a chance if he can get there, but check is quickly out.
Well, his touch was poor. It's a beautiful ball from Pennant that found Risa, and for once his touch lets him down. Look how far this ball goes away from him, and that's what gives Cech the chance to come out and deal with the situation.
And John Arne-Risa, who once scored against Chelsea after 43 seconds in a League Cup final, and he had a chance for an early goal there.
Yeah, it's not like him, usually got an excellent touch in that left foot and devastating power. The ball just ran away from him.
By the way, a sign of the strength in depth now at Liverpool that Yossi Benayoun and Baronin, who scored the winner in midweek against Toulouse, they can't even get a place on the bench here.
Well, I think no longer can Rafa Benitez be saying I haven't got the squad that I want. This is a decent squad with international players who can't even make the first 16.
Well, before he said it was like a Mini against a Ferrari, didn't he, with what he had? But I think he's got a Formula One car now.
Yeah, he's beefed it up. He's been to the garage in the summer.
And paid a bit for it too. An offside here against John Arne-Risa.
Bright opening, as we'd expect. Both teams going for each other. We've met many times. It's always been quite cagey.
Drogba and Carragher in the air, that skidded through, and it will be a wet surface. The players should like it, shouldn't they, Robbie?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's been raining on at Anfield all day. In fact, all over England, if we're honest with you. We had a rainy old drive up. Essien, who had to play in central defence last year with Ferreira. That didn't work. They were 2 down in 18 minutes in January here. A rather depleted Chelsea side, it should be said. They want their title back this time, and they'll be encouraged by Manchester United's stuttering start to the campaign. In fact, they're now the favourites to win the title as Ben Haim plays this one forward. Torres' little touch to Gerrard on one of those driving runs from midfield. Miscue from the skipper.
Well, at least he can blame the toe. Unlike Gerrard, broke through, typical kind of run. A little bit ambitious with the strike.
Because it's going to start the club v country debate again, isn't it? People are going to say, well, he was fit to play for Liverpool, how come he can't play for England in midweek then?
Well, I think the Liverpool answer would be that it's a friendly and it's, you know, the important games are to come.
I think that's probably how the England manager will view it in the end. It has to be a bit of a diplomat as well, being the England boss, keeping the peace with the club managers. Risa playing wide on the left of the midfield. It's deflected behind from Essien for a corner.
It'll be a different type of test for Michael Essien, who's so devastated in that central midfield area with his pace and his power, but has to be a little bit more composed at right back and a little bit more disciplined in his work.
Chelsea got a bit of a chasing in the first half at Reading the other night, but they came out victorious in the end there. Liverpool will look to apply pressure here. Risa with the cross in towards Agger, who got forward. Carragher's got it here for Liverpool. Now Arbeloa, who seems to be the selection at left back at the start of this campaign. Risa did well to get a cross in. It's a decent ball in towards Cow. Skidded. Gerrard to hit one. It's a very good block by Lampard. Quickly, Liverpool get the ball back again.
They look hungry, Liverpool look up for the game.
Now Agger. Ben Haim reaches well. Torres moves in. The Kop will be absolutely fascinated to see what he can offer after a £20 million move. And Dirk Kuyt alongside him.
Well, it looks as though Kuyt's going to play further forward of the two, and Torres a little bit deeper in and link the play in. We know he's technically very good. He's got good pace, Torres, over the ground.
Agger's not really convincingly cleared that. Finnan can help him out. Anyone for head tennis. Here's John Terry. Malouda joins in, and then Mikel. Chelsea getting their passing going. Kalou to Drogba. Nice so far. Malouda. It was a nice move by Chelsea. Pennant. Torres wants it and gets it. Here's Fernando Torres, his first effort on goal at Anfield. It's not an auspicious one.
That's the kind of area that I think he'll do a lot of his work. Just trying to drop off from the back four. You'll see him in that hole there. He might pick a bit of ball up and be able to run it at players. A little bit anxious to get his shot off. Trying to make the right kind of impression.
Rafa Benitez has admitted there have been one or two teething troubles for Torres settling into life on Merseyside after being such a huge hero at Atletico Madrid. Here he's just one of a number of stars. Malouda, good tackle by Finnan. What a signing he's been for Liverpool over the years, Steve Finnan.
Yeah, he's a model of consistency. I'd imagine he's a manager's dream. Kind of player who turns up every day, puts his training in, produces on a game and gives a manager no trouble.
Count is dispossessed. Frank Lampard. Pass to Michael Essien. Essien voted Chelsea's Player of the Year last season, despite all those goals from Drogba. They might feel a bit aggrieved about that one. Ashley Cole pushing up down the left-hand side. It's too long. By the way, in Big Four confrontations last season, if you added up the points, Liverpool came off worst. They only got 6 points from those meetings out of a possible 18. They need to put that one right if they're going to win the title this time around. Alonso finds Kaut. It's overhit by Steven Gerrard, not like him.
Good numbers forward there to Liverpool. 6 red shirts ahead of Steven Gerrard, plenty of options. That'll be encouraging.
By the way, Chelsea unbeaten in their last 16 Barclays Premier League matches. They've only lost 1 of the last 29.
For me, over the course of these 3 seasons, Rafa Benitez not only built a good side, but a team with spirit. But I never say their attitude in. Saw that midweek against Reading, one goal down at half-time. The team just found a way back into the match.
Kaut. Here's Finnan. Gerrard. Driven diagonally, Essien with a bullet header away. Back to Ben Haim again. He had a 100% record here with Bolton. 3 games, 3 defeats.
Well, I've liked what I've seen of him for Chelsea. He's plugged the gap well in between John Terry being out, Carvalho being out. There's also Alex that's added to the list now, and I think he's on the bench today, so there's going to be competition for places at central defensive area for Chelsea.
Which had been a problem. There was a bit of a lack of cover there last season. That's nice football. And Arbeloa was taken out there by Essien. Is that going to be a yellow card? He's reaching into his pocket here, Rob Stiles. It is indeed.
It's a bit difficult now for Michael Essien. I talked about him having to be a little bit more controlled, play with a little bit more composure maybe than he does in his midfield position. Well, they got drawn into making a challenge and now has to be careful.
Jose Mourinho needs something to say about things. He's promised to be more mellow this season. Whether that promise survives this kind of cauldron remains to be seen. Count back to Risa. Drives when it's skidding. It's good accuracy too.
Decent strike, good goalkeeping as you'd expect from Czech. Got his body behind the ball, but we've seen this against Liverpool. Remember the goal they scored against Chelsea in that Champions League, and they worked the ball to Agger. This time they work it short to Rita to get the shot in.
Kalou. Getting a regular starting place, Salomon Kalou, the youngster that was signed from Feyenoord. And just to show how difficult it is to get anything here, at Anfield last season, Liverpool took 46 points out of 57 available. Only Manchester United won here in Premier League games. And that was slightly fortuitous as well, if you recall. Last-minute goal from John O'Shea after United had been under the cosh.
Well, if they are to be serious title contenders, they'll need to keep that same kind of record, but certainly do better away from home. That's where they let themselves down last year. Seen as something of a soft touch, I believe, once or twice. Well, Rafa Benitez will want to address that, make sure his team are difficult to beat on the road.
Well, they do need to improve the away form, that's for certain. Wright Phillips, again Gerrard very quickly in on him. Two England men together. This is always a nervous time for the international managers, the game just before an international game. Not more injuries, he's thinking. Essien. Lampard seemed to instinctively know where Malouda was, but Florent Malouda unable to control that one. Malouda's nicked that away. And he nearly got that through to Kalou as well. He's a dangerous player, the former Lyon man.
Well, he's got good body strength as well. He uses that to good effect, leans into people. Not only just good ability on the ball, it's like he can take the physical side of the game as well, which is an important part of playing in the English Premier League.
Who did get that winner in the 1-0 win in the Champions League semi-final Liverpool had here, the goal that took it to a penalty shootout, which Liverpool won 4-1 on pens. Finnan stands one up, hoping Torres can get on the end of it. Czech was always going to be the winner.
Nice progressive football game from Liverpool though in the wide areas. Finnan trying to get forward when he can.
Here come Liverpool with Gerrard. Good ball for Torres. He's on his own, though, against the Chelsea defence. Counts arriving. Torres with a debut goal at Anfield. Oh, yes. They've fallen in love with him now. Fernando Torres shows why they splashed out £20 million for him.
Well, it was a perfect Torres situation. I talked about his speed over the ground. This boy, if he gets one-on-one, will hurt people with his pace. You see, it's Steven Gerrard who breaks from midfield and wants the ball out, slid out to Benaim, and now he's one-on-one. It's about, can the defender hold him up? He asks the question, Torres, and once he gets there, it's the coolest of finishes. He just slides the ball past Petr Cech and gives the keeper no chance. He's announced himself to the Liverpool faithful.
Well, that's a dream, isn't it, for Torres? He could not have scripted that any better for himself. Quarter of an hour gone of his Anfield debut, and he scores for his new fans against Chelsea.
I've got to be honest, that's probably how he dreamt it last night.
Yeah. Listen to the Liverpool fans react to that. Do Jose Mourinho's men have an answer? Mikel. And here's Ashley Cole, who claims he's fitter this season. He says he was carrying an injury for most of last season. Well, it's really stirred it up here. Do you think Chelsea and Jose Mourinho might be a bit concerned about the way Torres was able to easily shrug aside Benaim for the goal?
Well, I think what will worry him how they got exposed to Benaim being one-on-one. He would like Michael Essien closer to him to give him some support. Certainly if I was Liverpool, I'd be looking to get him in as many times as I can.
There's Torres again. He's in the mood now. Goes down. Rob Stiles is close. There was never really any serious question of a penalty, I don't think, there.
No, there's nothing doing. He's trying to walk past a player. Benaim's doing nothing wrong there.
Here's the elegant Nigerian, John Obi Mikel, but there was no gap for his pass there. And Liverpool are going to get the free kick.
Well, there's so much to admire in the goal, his pace, but particularly liked his composure once he beat Benaim. Just to have the presence of mind to steady himself, to slide the ball past Cech towards the far post. Didn't go for power, just knew he had to get it past the keeper and inside that far post. A beautiful finish.
Torres averaged about 15 goals a season during his time with Atletico Madrid, and of course he was playing in a side that was not really up there with the leaders in Spain for most of that time. What will he do with better players around him? Here he is again now, the Spaniard. Big weight off his shoulders, that goal as well.
Yeah, sometimes when you're a big money signing, you just need to get that first goal. It settles the nerves and gives you a little bit of confidence, a bit more belief in yourself. And he's a young man, and he'll get better as he plays with these good players here at Liverpool.
Liverpool asking most of the questions, nearly all of them early. Risa. This time Ben Haim, is a miscue from him this time. And then Terry.
Well, there's a steeliness about Liverpool. Is the strength in the tackling and the belief. Look in the faces. They're up for it today.
And came from Bolton on a free transfer, not because he's not worth more than that, because his contract had run out at Bolton. Tal Ben Haim, but he's a good defender, but I think had he had the option, Ricardo Carvalho would certainly have been in there at the back today alongside Terry. Maybe Ben Haim would have played right back. Risa finding some room down this side. Out by Terry. And hurried out of their rhythm in midfield, all over the place. Chelsea, they're going to get a free kick here. The challenge a little too tenacious.
Now they've done that well, Liverpool. Not allowed Chelsea to settle and get that rhythm that they like to pass the ball between themselves. Not really got anything going yet, Chelsea.
Liverpool, remember, haven't won the league since 1990, 17 years ago. Too long for the legions of fans here and around the world. And over the last 3 seasons, Chelsea have got 61 points in total more than them. That's an astonishing figure, really.
Well, the gap's been too wide, and I think Rafa Benitez and his men know that. That's why they've started this year and the kind of fun they have.
Malouda. And Chelsea came from behind to win the other night at Reading. Malouda. Now Alonso takes him out. That's surely a free kick, and it is. Carragher complains that Malouda made too much of it, but there didn't look much doubt.
No, I think it was a foul. Well, Malouda, as you say, made quite a bit of it. Steps inside Malouda and, well, doesn't get any of the ball. Xabi Alonso there. As we said earlier, you can never write Chelsea out. They've got a spirit and a belief, and they'll keep going till the final whistle. So certainly Liverpool can't afford to sit back.
But here's a moment where Liverpool's lead could be threatened. Didier Drogba will want to hit this. Lampard, of course, in on the plot too.
They'll be jostling for positions, and how often have we seen the Chelsea players will be trying to break that wall and push somebody out the way, leave a gap for maybe Frank Lampard to hit. Pepe Reina has to deal with the shot and then possibly deflections. Difficult situation for the keeper. Can't see much.
Chelsea players in that wall. Rob Starr says, I'm looking at you for any fouls. Lampard leaves it. Drogba hits it. It goes. It took a deflection on the way through, and it's a corner.
This time it was a deflection that favoured the goalkeeper, because again he isn't going to see much of this ball till it comes past the wall, and fortunately for Reina it flies the wrong side of the post. He'll have a corner to deal with.
Here comes that corner. It's too long for anyone in a blue shirt. Liverpool's game so far, but there might be other phases to this. It's a difficult bounce for Ben Haim. Essien, quick, strong, got there first and was fouled. And Chelsea wanted to take that quickly and the referee wouldn't let them. I mean, the question there is, whose advantage is it?
Well, sometimes get a little bit too over-official, the referees.
I think the referee's general job is to keep it going, and I think in that situation, if Chelsea want to take it, why can't they? But Rob Stiles wasn't ready, I guess. Here's Lampard to Drogba. Gerrard, whose pass set up the goal for Torres. Here is Torres. In towards Risa, who gets a header in. No problems for Petr Cech.
Well, they're just winning more of the 50-50s. There's a little bit more desire in Liverpool at the moment.
Chelsea not quite as watertight as usual at the start of this season. They let in 2 against Birmingham, 1 at Reading. It could have been more. And they've already conceded here at Anfield. This is Drogba. Come and get it, says Carragher to his goalkeeper, and he does.
Well, you see Didier Drogba's just asking a few of his midfield players to come up and join him. But it is a tactic that Chelsea can use. They can go long into the big man, go and get the bits and pieces that fall from him.
Speculative, really, that ball from Agger. Here's Risa. Liverpool, who seemed to be out of the title race as early as mid-September last season after they'd lost at Stamford Bridge 1-0. That left them 8 points adrift of the lead already. It was a stuttering start. This time they look much more purposeful and menacing. I think Rafa Benitez has got the message that the fans here want the league title above anything else. Drogba trying to bulldoze his way through. Carragher's there as always.
He has been a thorn in the side over the course of the last few years, Didier Drogba, with his power, with his presence. He's upset people. Sami Hyypiä used to find it difficult. It's now the job of Carragher and Agger to deal with him.
Frank Lampard. Essien's cross into the danger area. It was towards Malouda. It was Carragher who took responsibility. It's fallen for Kalou here. Hint of a chance. The covering was good. Gerrard back there with 2 tigerish challenges. Typical work that from the Liverpool skipper.
Well, we talked about all the big signings at this football club. There's none more important than Steven Gerrard.
Which begs the question, how much would he be worth in the transfer market? Of course, Chelsea twice tried to sign him.
To be honest, Ian, there's some players that a football club shouldn't just sell, and I have to say Steven Gerrard's one of them. It would be a completely different team without Steven Gerrard in there.
I think there'd be riots on Merseyside if they sold him to anybody else. Wright Phillips, clever little piece of play from the diminutive winger into the danger area. There was Drogba. That was better from Chelsea.
Yeah, that's good football. Not surprised to see Sean Wright Phillips involved. More like himself this season, breaks down the wing and plays a decent ball into a dangerous area. It's not an easy header this for Drogba. He's just trying to guide it on towards the goal. It's a little bit high and he can't quite get it on target.
Drogba, Chelsea's first 30-goal-a-season striker since Kerry Dixon in the mid-1980s. Drogba wins the header. Subplots, battles all over the pitch here. Torres, good work. But he couldn't beat 3 of them. Liverpool fans thought he was fouled. Rob Stiles didn't. Liverpool do, by the way, have their exciting youngster from Ajax, Ryan Babel, among the substitutes today. Ford Makaleli, incidentally, back after injury on the bench for Chelsea. We do too have the option of Claudio Pizarro in attack. He came on to good effect the other night at Reading.
What we do know with Jose Mourinho is it's needed, he will make changes, he's brave. Yeah, his team just haven't quite picked the rhythm up. I just feel as though Liverpool have come out the starting blocks better. Closing the ball down when they haven't got it, passing it with a little bit more intent when they have.
Sometimes makes those changes en masse and quite early too, doesn't he? Here's Drogba. Kalou. No, Arbeloa is in the way. Part of the big Spanish contingent around Anfield. And Lampard down. I think Chelsea are suffering a bit of pain from Spain here, aren't they, with Torres? And this yellow card for Dirk Kuyt.
I think the referee's indicating that it's not just the one foul, it's a combination of 3 or 4 that he's done in this opening half an hour. But his name going into the book. Kuyt's not too happy, as you can see. Shake of the head, but that's his job, to get around Lampard, make a nuisance of himself around those midfield players.
Did the ball go out of play over there? Yep, I think it did. Liverpool will look to build up a head of steam if they can hold on to the lead here. They go to Sunderland next week. Chelsea are at home to Portsmouth, who've made a brightish start themselves with 5 points from the first 3 games. Finnan. Towards Pennant, he's offside.
He just got ahead of the ball before it was played, Jermaine Pennant. He's quite confident that he'd come back into an onside position. The decision's been given. Just got a shot at Jose Mourinho, and you mentioned it before, Ian. They just possibly keep conceding 1 or 2 more goals, and certainly they did when they won the title. It should be based on keeping a clean sheet and waiting for the right opportunities to score. A bit loose at the back just to the start of this year, and that'll give teams confidence as they come up against Chelsea over the course of the season.
Rafa Benitez has expressed the view, Robbie, that he thinks it'll be less than 90 points to win the title this time. Kuyt, long way off target. He thinks the others, some of the other clubs who've spent further down, will close the gap on the big 4.
Oh, probably evidence of the first week of the season. It will show that 1 or 2 of the other clubs will get better, and Tottenham won't be sitting at the bottom end for too long. And just admiring the goal again, pace, the movement of Torres, and for me the composure in the finish said a lot about the signing.
Contrasting reactions on the bench, to put it mildly. Mind you, Jose Mourinho looks like that when his own team have scored. Arbeloa. No real alarms as yet for Liverpool in defence of their lead. That can change, of course. Carragher drops his head disappointingly. It's a shame he feels he doesn't want to play for England anymore. But I think he felt he was just being marginalised a bit, and others who he felt shouldn't have been preferred to him were being.
Oh, that's his argument, and he stuck to it. He's a very proud man, and I certainly think that the country's loss will certainly be Liverpool's gain.
Sean Wright-Phillips. Kalou is chasing it, and I think he committed an offence. Could be one of several players that Chelsea might lose to the African Cup of Nations, but that's where they've picked up the likes of Ben Haim and Steve Sidwell to offer them a bit of cover come January. There's a consideration when you sign an African international player for any boss.
Certainly, I think Drogba is going to be the one who replaces him. Pizarro got the presence and the ability to lead the line. Drogba does. I'm not quite so sure. I think in other areas Chelsea can maybe deal with the losses, but Drogba is so important to them nowadays.
Chelsea's main consideration in the transfer market at the moment seems to be to snap up Daniel Alves from Sevilla. Can't agree the fee, can they, at the moment? Just have a feeling that will be sorted out, don't you, between now and August the 31st. He'd come in at right back, filled by Essien today, who's on the ball now. That's been a problem position, that, for Chelsea, right back. And they used 5 last season. Gerrard nicks it away from Drogba.
Bit of a lunge there from Drogba, stare between the two players. Steven Gerrard wasn't totally enamoured with the tackle. No love lost between these two sets of players, believe me.
And this is the 16th meeting between them in the last 3 and a bit seasons. Essien. Lampard effortlessly to Ashley Cole. Cole again. Good so far from Chelsea. Bit long for Drogba. He's got it now, though, away from Arbeloa. Gerrard was in the middle to nick it away, but Arbeloa will be grateful of that because we rather easily lost out to Drogba on the back post.
That is where Chelsea do have an edge, and again they were glad that the captain was back there. Grateful to be sweeping up and clearing the danger.
Kalou to Drogba. Liverpool will work very, very hard to deny Drogba any sight of goal, but at the other end, here comes Torres.
Great play that from Malouda. Got himself back there and got a tackle on Torres. Better spell this for Chelsea. Just starting to get a bit of dominance in the game for the first time.
I'm just starting to get a minor foothold. No more than that, you don't think, at the moment. It's painful for Risa. Count that one from here. He's winded, isn't he?
Looks like he's caught his breath, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
It's all right for Rob Stiles, the referee, to have a wry smile. He didn't take that one bang in the chest like poor old Risa did. Ashley Cole looking to build to Malouda. Malouda back towards Cole again down that side. Carragher is just going to let that run. Goal kick.
Ashley Cole's convinced that this actually came off Carragher last. He slides in for the ball and, well, he's got a point. It was actually Carragher who touched the ball, not Cole. Got away with it. Wry smile between the two former England internationals.
Yeah, I think they both knew the score there, didn't they? I think Carragher knew he got away with that one. There's a conversation going on here with John Obi Mikel and the referee. Is that about the same incident at the other end? As he had too much to say for himself? He can be sometimes a little bit on the temperamental side. 2 red cards in his first season in English football. Torres, now Risa. Liverpool leading by a goal to 0. Scored, as every Liverpool fan would have wanted, I think, by Fernando Torres on his Anfield debut. Torres backing in, and Terry gives him a mouthful. In what language, I'm not sure. I don't think he speaks perfect English by a long way yet. I think he's got the drift, hasn't he?
Yeah, he'd have understood it. John Terry's not happy that that's the second occasion Torres is backed into him, trying to draw a foul out of the centre half. And I say that these two sets of players, no love lost here. See Torres is looking for the man. He's just there looking to back into John Terry and draw a foul. And well, the Chelsea skipper's not too happy with things. That's Torres now.
It does look like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. His boy-like features, Fernando Torres. They call him the kid, don't they? El Nino, but I think he knows his way around all right. And there's pennant being booked now.
Got to be careful, Liverpool, just now. Don't lose their composure. Pennant in particularly, I think. Xabi Alonso's just gone and had a word in his ear. It's concentration now. It's not letting Chelsea back into things.
'40th minute. Liverpool's lead looking just a tad more fragile of late. Lampard played in there with pace. Terry was attacking it. It only needed a touch, and it didn't get it.
Well, there's all kind of arguments going on that Liverpool back line. Jamie Carragher's looking at one or two of the defenders. You see the ball gets to them. It's a fantastic ball, and now it's John Terry who comes in the back post. Can't quite get on the end of it. Maybe questions should be asked. Should Reina be dealing with that? Certainly there should be a red shirt the other side of John Terry. Very, very fortunate not to be conceding a goal there.
It was an air shot by Terry. What a ball in though by Lampard. Great ball. Count, play on, says the referee.
Game's getting physical.
Yes, the temperature's rising here, even on a damp August day.
Well, I think in the past, the Chelsea have also thought that they can come and slightly bully Liverpool out of it. Well, we're going to see what this Liverpool team's made of, because they have to stand up to the physical approach as well. To be champions, it's not just about playing pretty football and getting one up. Sometimes you have to dig deep, and Jose Mourinho's installed that in his Chelsea team.
They do have this big winning mentality, Chelsea. They're only beaten 3 times in the Premier League last season, despite not retaining their title. Lampard, not this time. Cut up by Finnan, who's trying to pick up the run here of Dirk Kuyt. It's too far ahead of him. Kuyt was Liverpool's top scorer in Premier League games last season with 12, a totally means to improve on this time around. You can just feel this on the boil at the moment, can't you?
Yeah, there'll be one tackle, the whole one confrontation might just set things off. But I think it suits Chelsea when the game's in this mode. They just feel that they can boss things. They have this ability to play on the physical edge, but retain a little bit more composure, I think, than Liverpool.
It just shows the uncompromising attitude, I think, of the Liverpool defenders led by Carragher. I think he put that one almost up into the top tier.
I also think he left his little mark on Didier Drogba as well. I think it's called a double bonus when you can catch the ball and the player.
Spoken like an ex-pro who knows his way around those midfield battles. You scored a few here, didn't you, Robbie?
It was a good ground, thanks for mentioning it. Yeah, it was a good ground for me. I got 4 in my career. It's a great stadium to play in, wonderful atmosphere.
And they still wanted his autograph as well. There'll be another yellow card here, and it's going to be for Gerrard for that challenge on Mikel.
Mikel's a lucky boy, though. Reaction was poor. He talks about his temperament. It's not a good tackle from Steven Gerrard, but watch Mikel here. He's trying to stamp on the Liverpool captain, and we've said before that a wonderful player that he is, Mikel. He's also got to be very, very careful. He treads a very, very thin line.
The yellow card count is rising up to 4. 3 Liverpool, 1 Chelsea. Lampard chips this, Reina comes, and Reina collects. He's the clean sheet king of the Premier League in the last couple of seasons, is Pepe Reina.
Interestingly enough, I believe they didn't have a red card all season last year as well, Liverpool.
Look at this for Pennant. Loads of room. Torres waiting in the middle. He wants it. It's behind him. Wasn't the delivery that he was expecting or hoping for. It's disappointing from Pennant. Kalou, meanwhile, for Chelsea.
No, it's a poor ball from a great situation that for Jermaine Pennant. Really just had to feed it into the path of Torres and played it behind him. Chance was gone.
Malouda couldn't control that one. It's really starting to feel the white-hot atmosphere of what the Premier League can be about at the highest level. Florent Malouda here. He played many big games, of course, not only for France, he was a World Cup finalist, but for Lyon in the Champions League. Essien. Ryan Phillips is never going to win that in the air. He's one of the smallest players in the league. There'll be a minute of added time at the end of this half.
Well, it's been a breathless half. Relentless pace from the first minute.
Got a job on their hands here, Chelsea. Liverpool only conceded 7 goals here all last season. Kalou. Times here where Liverpool are just leaving Torres up there on his own, with Count dropping deeper to just fill in the midfield holes a bit more.
Well, they're trying to get Couch, particularly around the holding midfield player, which is Mikel, just to speed them up, just to break the rhythm that Chelsea want to play at. And they've had to put a lot of effort into it for Liverpool. It's worked. Quite been themselves, Chelsea, the normal, accomplished passing game.
What will Mourinho do about it at half-time? One of the many questions here. Liverpool have a player down injured. That's why the play is going to be stopped.
Goal scorer, Torres.
Yeah. And yet more badgering of the referee by John Terry and Drogba.
They're looking for every angle, Chelsea. It's the way they are. It's the way that champions sometimes have to be. Here's a collision. Two Chelsea players come on Torres, and rather get sandwiched between the two. I think it's Mikel that lands on him and causes him the problem. Just well have twisted maybe the ankle in that. But they'll try and patch him up, get him in at half-time, have a look at things. Got 15 minutes then to sort things out. I'm sure he's not going to want to come off. Like today, scoring on his home debut, he'll be looking for more of the same in the second half.
They do have Peter Crouch on the bench. And they have the luxury, of course, of having so much cover that they don't have to take too many risks with anybody this season. Looks like Torres is moving freely enough. And that's half-time. So far, so good for Liverpool. Are they going to complete a third triumph over Chelsea in 2007 here? Plenty of football left in this, but Fernando Torres, record signing for Liverpool with the vital goal. Very well finished too. John Terry missing from point-blank range with an air shot for Chelsea, who could have been level just before the break. But at half-time here, vitally, it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0.
Maybe I think the future will be, the future partnership will probably be Alex and Terry. But
well, but no,
we can see they've just brought Pizarro on, so
he changes. He doesn't muck around.
OK, we shall see what happens in the second period, but it's Liverpool all smiles at the moment. Your match commentators at Anfield, Ian Dark and Robbie Earle.
Welcome back to Anfield. Chelsea have made a change. That's the first thing to tell you here. Claudio Pizarro, the striker signed from Bayern Munich in the summer, is on. We think that it's Salomon Kalou who's gone off for Chelsea. Can confirm that. There is Pizarro, who's already scored for Chelsea on the opening day against Birmingham City. And it is Kalou who makes way. He hadn't been making a big impression in that first half, Salomon Kalou, so it's not a surprising change, is it, Robbie?
No, I just thought that Drogba needs somebody to play a little bit closer to him and take a little share of the burden of what's going up front. So I saw Pizarro come on at half-time at Reading and have an effect. I'm sure Jose Mourinho's hoping he does the same here today.
Chance too for Pizarro to stake his claim for a starting place, the Peruvian. Liverpool starting us at the second half, attacking their favoured Kop end of the ground, and with a one-goal lead, which might be a bit more than it sounds, if you know what I mean, in a fixture as traditionally tight as this one. Having said that, Chelsea did win here 4-1 a couple of seasons ago in a splendid performance. What they'd give for just one at the moment, let alone four. Torres again, seemingly over that knock he got at the end of the first half. Bit of a misunderstanding between him and Kaut there. They'll still be working on gelling. Malouda. He nearly signed for Liverpool, didn't he, Flora Malouda? In fact, Liverpool thought he was going to sign for them.
That's right. I think in the end that Rafa Benitez was a little disappointed that he decided to make a move to Chelsea. As did Pizarro in the summer, and beefed up a squad that was already quite healthy that Jose Mourinho's got.
Dropped down to Pizarro. Just to confirm, that was a tactical change that Chelsea made at half-time. Kalou does not have an injury, in other words.
So again, I'm not that surprised. I didn't think he had a big effect on the game, Kalou, and talked about the need of getting more support up to Drogba. Well, Pizarro will certainly do that.
Here's Flora Malouda. Finnan has to concede the corner kick. Remember, Chelsea scored twice in the first 5 minutes after half-time at Reading the other night from 1-0 down. In fact, they've been behind in both their previous fixtures, and they're behind in this one as well. Not the kind of side you could write out of any script. Lampard, Pizarro got a header to it, and then Mikel right in front of goal.
Well, they lost two headers in the box. First one to Pizarro, second one to Mikel. I mean, the ball really flew at Mikel, and he's just really trying to steer that anywhere towards the target. It's a difficult header. There's a threat from Chelsea. Set pieces, a big side, physical players. Believe me, what we do know is Jose Mourinho has an effect at half-time. He will have got to his players. He will have told them exactly what he wants, exactly what he requires in the second half. Expect an improvement.
Here is Pizarro. He was worried this week and making a lot of phone calls home after the earthquake in Peru just to check that his loved ones were okay. And happily the news was good. Not so fortunate, of course, for many others. Drogba down towards Lampard, but Gerrard just got the foot in. Look at Risa here. No way past Essien, who's making his 100th appearance for Chelsea, by the way, today. Terry into Ashley Cole. Probably not yet shown his best form since moving to Stamford Bridge, Ashley Cole. Malouda. Look at Liverpool condensing the space. Mikel. Now Wright Phillips. Early ball in, good one. Pizarro with a header! Real threat there, and he may be thinking, the Peruvian, that he could have done a bit better. It wasn't an easy one, though.
Well, could have done better, and I'd have to say should have done better. It's a brilliant ball this from Wright Phillips. Doesn't look to beat the fullback, just drifts the ball in, and while Pizarro really should be hitting the target. You might say he's not quite up to the pace of the game, but he should be testing Reina down at his near post. It's a big chance in what's been a tight game.
It just seemed to be a little behind him, just couldn't seem to get the direction he was looking for. He would have looked to head that back across the goalie.
In fairness to him, sometimes your timing's just a little bit off as you join a match coming on from substitute.
He's played with vast experience, of course. Champions League just about every season at Bayern Munich. They've got two big strikers up there now, haven't they?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
there's a real threat if they can get balls wide. Mike Phillips and Malouda on this near side. They get the right service in there, there's a definite threat up for Liverpool. Big test now for Agger and Carragher.
Cole and John Obi Mikel. Phillips hustled out of it by Arbeloa. Rafa Benitez seems to like him. Torres looking for a 1-2 with Pennant. Good move. Early ball is a very good one too. Arbeloa had got in the box. It's come out to Risa on his left foot as well.
We had more time. Well, they came onto that ball a little rushed. John Risa. It's a good move this from Liverpool. Good pace from Pennant. Again, he hits an early cross in. It causes Chelsea some problems, and you'll see Risa's got a little more time. Rushes the shot and screws it wide. See the reaction of his manager.
Close to disgust, wasn't it? But he knows that Risa can deliver with those sometimes. Right. And has done. Steven Gerrard picks it up. And Xabi Alonso. Dirk Kuyt, lovely ball from Alonso. Torres. Now Pennant. Gerrard thought about first time. Good block from Mikel on the edge of the box there. Gerrard's got it back again though. Gerrard, it's deflected, that'll be a corner kick.
Anytime Steven Gerrard's 20 yards from goal is a problem. I almost thought that the referee got in his way on the first chance. I think Xabi Alonso's just having a word with the ref saying, can you move out of the way and we can get a shot in on goal.
Little squall of pressure here from Liverpool. In by Risa, that's miscued behind by Essien off his shin, it looked like, for a corner.
Not as tight as we've seen them in the past, Chelsea. There's no mistake in that.
Looking for the insurance. It goes Carragher. It's beaten in the air by Terry. It's come out now to Alonso. Chelsea can't get out for the moment, and Essien with another desperate clearance behind for yet another corner, the third in a row.
It was a wicked ball to deal with, going back towards your goal. Lots of pace on it. Relieved to see it going over Michael Essien. Good pressure this from Liverpool.
Looking to turn the screw here on Chelsea. It's easy for Petr Cech, goalie who made a rare howler the other night at Reading. That's almost unheard of. Torres looking to creep up on him. He's behind you. It's like the old pantomime, isn't it? There's Risa on the right-hand side of the pitch. How often do you see him in that half?
That's what they've done well, Liverpool. They've pressured. They've gone in, closed the ball and hunted impacts and made it difficult for Chelsea. They're good for their lead at the moment.
Good little 1-2. Gerrard, Kuyt. Nice this so far from Liverpool, but he rather hurried his effort there, Dirk Kuyt.
Well, yet again, approach plays good. Steven Gerrard heavily involved. It's a give and go here, and he plays it into Kuyt. Again, Kuyt's got a little bit more time, can just steady himself. Rushed his shot and really trouble checking the goal.
Kuyt did score in the 2-0 win here last season that Liverpool had over Chelsea in the league. Here's Malouda. And towards Drogba and Pizarro. It was well won in there. Looked like Agger got the head on it, but it's come out now to Lampard. Essien, early ball, too near the goalkeeper though. It's a miscue really by Ben Haim. Terry can patch it up. Risa outpaces Essien. Got a cross in as well. He was caught a bit late there by Wright Phillips tracking back.
That's a game, as is the first half. Pace is relentless. Both goalkeepers dealing the ball out early.
Just get the feeling with Liverpool that they expect to win at Anfield. There's a different kind of belief and zest about them playing in front of their own fans. It's not always been the case on the road, Robbie, has it?
No, it hasn't. They've been a little bit flimsy. I think one or two people have thought they can be a little bit of a soft touch away from home. Some days they may not fancy it, but they're certainly up for it today. And I think Jose Mourinho knows his team are in for a battle. What they are doing here is playing a very high line. And that's allowing the team to be compact and to squeeze. The one danger is a ball over the top or a run from deep could cause them a problem.
Lampard. Seen an awful lot of Frank Lampard, but it's worth remembering he's a player who averages 20 goals a season for the last 3 seasons from midfield, and that is absolutely cracking. Wright Phillips. Pizarro plays it in. Gerrard quite happy to go back there and help out his central defenders. It's happened more than once. Pennant to Torres. Kuyt wants it, and he's in space too. Oh, if he'd have fouled Dirk Kuyt there, he was right in. Cole under pressure. Torres as well. Referee's whistle's gone. It's gone Liverpool's way here on the edge.
Typical of the game. Great pressure from Liverpool. It was unfortunate that Torres didn't see Kuyt in a forward position because he was in. When he plays that ball there, it was Kuyt was on inside, but again, Liverpool pressure. Look at the red shirts around Ashley Cole, making it difficult. They earn themselves a free kick on the edge of the box. Certainly Risa territory.
Liverpool love attacking this Kop end, which is going to be kind of recreated at their new ground, which will hold 60,000. This might be perfect for Risa's left foot, although Gerrard's right is another possibility.
No, it wasn't bad last week against Aston Villa, was it, Steven Gerrard?
Yeah.
Similar distance.
And that was the winner, wasn't it? Is he going to produce a carbon copy here? No, it's Risa. Right into the wall. I think he was looking to knock a hole in it.
He just went for sheer power, possibly hoping the wall breaks and maybe gets one of those deflections that takes it past check. And this the Chelsea player stood firm.
Count's little dummy. This maybe a little subtlety would have worked better from the free kick for Liverpool. Drogba, lovely control. Mikel to Ashley Cole. Again, good defending by Liverpool. Torres is taken out of it by Ashley Cole. Is this going to be another yellow card? Yes, it is.
He seems ruffled today, Ashley Cole. Pennant's done a good job on the right-hand side. Again, he goes to ground. Nothing malicious in it. It's nothing more than a trip, but hasn't been able to get forward as he liked, hasn't really joined in the play as much as we used to see him probably in those Arsenal days.
Torres making a pretty good impression one way and another on his debut for Liverpool, wearing the number 9 shirt, formerly worn by the likes of Robbie Fowler and Ian Rush, not to mention Ian St John. Count to Pennant. Cut back, Alonso. No,
he got it wrong. Give Benaim a little bit of credit as well. Chelsea defender came out and threw himself at the ball, made it difficult. He's just trying to side put this one, guide it. It's good play again from Pennant, good wing play. Goal gets knocked back, and look how quickly Benaim was out to make it difficult, and well, goes for the side put, gets it wrong, Alonso.
Drogba's flick on. Either one up in the air, he seems to be the preferred choice. Central defence will hurt you. Sometimes will be used, I think, in European nights, as he was the other night in Toulouse.
Well, both Agger and Carragher now got to put their head in and be physical and battle with Drogba, because Chelsea have tended to go long, come back to front quickly.
Still 1-0, but Chelsea is still in this. Rafa Benitez knows it.
I think we'll learn a lot about the resistance and the character and the belief in this Liverpool team, because there's a big 30 minutes to go in this game. Can they keep Chelsea at bay? Can they keep a clean sheet or even nick a second goal?
Only 8 days in the season, aren't we, Robbie? And here's Sean Wright-Phillips with a good run. It's come out here to Drogba, and there's a challenge there. Now then, what's Robbie Stiles?
He's given a penalty.
He's given a penalty kick.
He's given a penalty.
Goodness me. He's given a penalty kick. Liverpool can't believe it.
Well, I don't think Chelsea can quite believe it. This is the challenge. It's Finnan on Pizarro and Malouda as the ball goes. Neither player seems to be going for the ball. There was no...
Well, that is more than controversial. Rafa Benitez can't believe it, but it's been given. And Frank Lampard. Carragher got a booking in all of that amid the protest. Frank Lampard, it's only the second penalty awarded here to an opposition side in the last 2 years. The last one was for Chelsea, it was for Frank Lampard, and he put it away in the 4-1 win. He's got another chance here to put Chelsea back in this game, and he's taken it. Frank Lampard, Chelsea level with a little help. Liverpool will argue from the referee, I'm sure, there, because that looked like a generous award.
Well, it did seem more than generous. I didn't see too many of the Chelsea players appealing for the penalty. Well, Frank Lampard does what Frank Lampard has to do. Make the most of the opportunity. Talks about keeping a clean sheet, talks about character. Well, we're certainly going to see that now from Liverpool, because that's a blow. It's a real blow. And Jamie Carragher has to be careful, still having a go at referee Rob Stiles. Got to clear his head. This is a challenge. Finnan on Malouda. I didn't see an awful lot wrong. I'm not sure that either player was really going to get the ball.
That is going to be a massive debating point for certain. Offence had been caused at all as the ball was played in, did we, Robbie?
Well, I'll tell you what's always a great indicator of that is the players' reaction, and all the players were continuing to play for the ball.
Booking Ben Haim. Can Liverpool bounce back from that? That's jolted Anfield. Just when they felt they had things nicely under control. Risa plays it in. Torres tries to flick it on again. And Chelsea, as they've done in the previous 2 matches, bouncing back, having been behind. Rob Stiles, who sent off Dave Kitson last week in the opening game of the season at Old Trafford for a bad challenge, the Reading player, has made a big decision here, and Chelsea will take that penalty, and they'll take it very gratefully. Thank you very much.
You take everything you can at this level of football, and it's given Chelsea a lifeline back into this game. Just wonder if the referee might look at that and think, well, he was a little over fussy. mean, there was contact between the two players, there's no doubt, but Finnan was particularly fouling Malouda. Was Malouda ever getting the ball?
Jogba's looking to get on the end of this. Debate will rage on, I'm sure. And we'll be hearing plenty about it in the post-match press conferences. But there could be further twists to come here at Anfield. You have to say it about Chelsea, don't you? They just have this way of somehow getting the job done. Back to Risa. Now Pennant. Looking a bit brighter in this second half, Pennant, but he's put that one out of play.
Well, understandably, it's just knocked a little bit Liverpool's fluency. Getting on top of the game, and well, people like Jamie Carragher got particularly upset with the referee, got himself a booking, but Chelsea got the tails up now.
And here's Ray Phillips. Chipped up towards Pizarro. Out comes Rain. The flag was up anyway against the Peruvian. Different game, suddenly. Liverpool are preparing Ryan Babel for action. It'll be an Anfield debut for him as well. Alonso, Kaut, Gerrard, Steven Gerrard. He can't get the shot right at the end of that.
Well, he's saying he got clipped. He just looked like he lost his footing just as he was about to strike the ball. So dangerous when he gets in those advanced positions, and as he picks the ball up, he just flips it past Cole, and well, he's saying he just got chipped there, I think, from Malouda. Might just have clipped his heels just there as he's about to strike the ball, yeah. Just loses his footing.
It seemed to stick out his foot a bit as well, didn't he, Malouda? I wondered if it was accidental.
Interesting if it was into the 18-yard box, what Mr. Stiles would have done.
Well, like a handball that by Mikel. Bob Stiles does blow for it in the end. Looks like Fernando Torres is going to come off.
Sometimes in these situations, I always wonder if referees think they might just need to even it up. Give a decision in Liverpool's favour that might just give some balance to things out there.
Apparently there's been a change of heart on the bench, and it's going to be Pennant who comes off. So sacrificing a wide player, Babel may come on and play wide himself. Gerrard to Pennant. Oh, and Risa. Goodness me, you wondered if that was going to bulge the net.
I have to say, as the ball was dropping to him, my eyes went straight to the back of the net, because this is a perfect John Risa situation. Lovely link play, and he drops to Risa, and he's got nothing in front of him. Concentrates on the ball, and well, really goes for too much power, and it's unlike him again.
A bit further wide than it looked from our angle, in all honesty. On comes Ryan Babel. The Anfield fans getting their first sight of the new signing from Ajax. He's only 20. He's got 14 caps for Holland already, and played in their winning side in the under-21 European Championships in the summer.
Certainly one for the future, but Rafa Benitez hoping he's one for the present as well. Need another lift, Liverpool.
Battling away, and Pizarro's challenge. All getting a bit feisty out there.
Yeah, it's all happened since the penalty. A lot of unrest in that central midfield area. Robbie Alonso, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba all having a say.
And Lampard booked. Cole, Essien, Lampard, Ben Haim in the book, Gerrard, Pennant, Kaut, Carragher, 8 so far.
Talk about fighting for the right, standing up to the physical challenge. Liverpool have done that today. The manager can be proud of them so far. Disappointment having conceded a penalty, but so far giving a good account themselves. What was about 70 minutes on the clock. Big 20 minutes left in this game.
Yeah. Sit back and enjoy it. Terry is going to let that run. I think Chelsea would regard it as a big point, having been behind, but they might get more. Liverpool's plan was to move level on points with Chelsea and have a game in hand on them. That was the general idea. Drogba taken that out of the air, but referee spotted an infringement. This is Alvaro Arbeloa. Now Ben Haim with the header. Babel with his first involvement. Xabi Alonso. Torres, and a loose ball from him, and it's allowed Chelsea to counter quickly with Florent Malouda. He's got Drogba up there with him. Lampard's arriving as well from midfield. Malouda checks back in the end. Mikel. Now Essien. Chelsea growing in confidence, possibly.
I just think there's maybe one or two tired legs on the Liverpool side. Torres certainly. It's a little bit leggy, gave that ball away, and looks as though he's put so much effort into this part of this game.
Babel. Gerrard. And Torres unable to control it. There may be a bit of tiredness. It's sometimes difficult, more difficult than people realise, to adapt to the pace and physicality of the English game for foreign imports. Carragher tussling away there with Drogba, and the free kick goes the way of Liverpool. And Drogba with what looked like ironic applause towards the referee.
Some battle going on between Carragher and Drogba.
I'm just thinking, the way this is going, pretty soon there's going to be more people out there who've got a yellow card than haven't. It's 4 each at the moment. There's Pizarro, had a chance with that header not long after coming on. Now then, Torres. Running into Ben Haim, and Rob Starr says play on. He thought that Torres was looking for that. Now then, Terry getting involved in a feisty little argument.
Referee's got to be careful here, you know. He's getting too involved with the players, he's getting too close to the action, needs to step away.
Yet another yellow card.
5-4. Well, Torres knocks the ball past Ben Haim, and well, Ben Haim doesn't have to get out of the way. He certainly knows what he's doing, the Chelsea defender. Now giving a free kick, the referee. If it was for something, the reaction of John Terry after the incident.
Well, this is getting a bit debatable, because what happened there was that Torres ran into Ben Haim. He didn't give a free kick. Now he's given the free kick Liverpool's way.
I think it must be for the reaction of John Terry after the decision, when John Terry went up to confront Torres.
Wasn't the ball dead then, though?
The ball was still alive, I believe. The referee said play on. He hadn't given the free kick. Terry went up to Torres, confronted him. The referee didn't like it, and has now given a free kick.
I'm glad you could sort that out, Robbie. Extremely confusing incident. And that reaction from Terry could be quite costly. He's got a booking. Alonso is going to take the free kick for Liverpool. And this is in danger of running out of control a little here. Alonso is charged down. Liverpool say it wasn't 10 yards. Here's Risa. I thought for a moment, you know, back there that Rob Stiles had produced another yellow card for Michael Essien, which would have meant a second yellow and he'd been off.
I don't know.
He seems to hold his head as if to say he realises what's happened, but he's still out there. So who's he showing the yellow card to there?
Well, it seemed to be point. Well, I thought it was John Terry, I have to say.
I thought he'd already booked Terry.
If he did show that one to Michael Essien, well, Mr. Stiles has certainly lost control. At times he gets a little bit too close to the action. He gets a little bit too involved with players. Like a referee who stands back, stands away, thinks about things before he does it, doesn't overreact. The fourth official might be having a word in his ear at the moment.
Well, I think Alonso's now querying this. And is Rob Stiles now talking to his assistant on the side, the fourth official? There's the penalty incident again. Rob Stiles was very close, to be fair to him, a yard away, and he had no doubt.
I thought it was a soft one.
Yeah.
I thought it was soft. Listen, I can maybe see why the referee gives it, but I think it's a soft challenge. But Frank Lampard does a professional thing, does what's required, puts the ball in the back of the net and makes the most of the benefit that Chelsea have had.
Goes to celebrate in front of the Chelsea fans, who are, of course, are heavily outnumbered here. And this is proving to be a difficult afternoon for Rob Stiles. That's offside against Cout.
You know what?
Now Joe Cole is going to come on here. It's almost become a bit of a forgotten figure at Chelsea with his injury last season. Off comes Sean Wright-Phillips.
Well, I just wondered if Chelsea did think that, for argument's sake, Michael Essien had 2 yellows, whether they would have taken him off to try and sort out that situation. We'll hear more of that as the game goes on, or certainly after the game, but Cole gets his chance to come into the fray and add a little bit of skill and trickery in the wide areas.
3 times in the past he's scored winners against Liverpool as Joe Cole. Here is Essien. Maybe doing the referee a disservice. Maybe he was just confirming the yellow for Terry, but it's certainly one that requires a little more explanation. Joe Cole just behind Pizarro. Free kick Chelsea. Cole was caught.
Just got caught as he was playing the ball there, Joe Cole.
Could Chelsea, having been on the back foot for much of this game, still turn it around and walk away with 3 points? Flora Malouda's left foot might be employed here. It is too. It goes quite a long way. It seemed to hit Cole last at it, or a Liverpool player. Yeah, Cole it was. Goal kick.
I think that's a waste when you've got the aerial power that Chelsea have. Has to be some shot really to be beating Reina from there, or certainly looking for deflection. This time it comes off Cole. Safety for Liverpool.
Joe Cole missed so much of last season with that stress fracture of the foot. Ben Haim has gone deep into the cop. Rafa Benitez will have known that 1 goal is often enough to decide these things. but today it hasn't been. Rob Stiles very much at the centre of the drama at Anfield today.
And I always think it's a shame when we're talking about referees rather than players in the action, but thanks to Rob Stiles, he was right on top of the situation, thought it was a penalty, involved in 1 or 2 instances with players.
He's played deep towards Drogba, but there's a flag up against Didier Drogba. He's an absolute hero to his people in the Ivory Coast. I've seen some TV features about that recently. Agatha Kaut. Neither of these sides turn 1 point into 3 late on. Babel. Gerrard. Essien with the header away. Essien ran into Risa. Referee saw nothing wrong with that. Lampard. Now Mikel on towards Malouda. Pizarro.
Seem to be finishing the stronger Chelsea.
A bit surprised Liverpool took Pennant off. Robbie seemed to be causing 1 or 2 problems down that right-hand side.
Yeah, I thought either maybe Couch or Torres have looked a little bit tired. They've really worked hard for the cause. Torres has got the goal.
Well, we've had a word, or our reporter on the touchline has, with the 4th official, who confirms that Rob Stiles says he's only booked John Terry. And there was no other card for Essien, despite appearances to the contrary. Glad we've got that sorted out. Pizarro down towards Lampard. Alonso's brave header. Torres to chase. Ben Haim does his job, the former Bolton Wanderers man. Such a key figure for Sam Allardyce during his time at Bolton Wanderers. That must have been a hand by Mikel.
Has to be careful.
Here's Arbeloa to Risa. Arbeloa again. Just too long for Torres. It was actually Cole that got it away. But this is Finnan doing some nifty work. Babel drives it across the face of goal. Comes out to Risa here. And with his legs, Czech stops it.
That's good goalkeeping. What a ball in from Babel, though, from this right-hand side. What's seen as his right foot, possibly he's weaker. Caused all kind of problems in the Chelsea defence. He did a good save from Czech.
Here's Peter Crouch, yet to start in the Barclays Premier League this season. Upset about not being in the 16 even last week at Aston Villa. He did play in Europe in midweek. As John Alderisa comes off. Peter Crouch, who scored a goal every 142 minutes he was on the pitch last season, which is ahead of even Didier Drogba, who got 33. And that'd be important for England as well in midweek in the current injury crisis. So on comes Crouch. Can he do something late? Here's the Liverpool corner kick. Away by Frank Lampard. Chelsea are getting Alex ready to make his debut, the Brazilian defender from PSV.
Well, it looks as though Babel's going left. Cout's going to come out to this right-hand side, and Crouch is going to go down the middle. At his height and strength to the front line.
Aga to Alonso. With the header, it's going to be Malouda who comes off to make way for Alex. Little slip by Essien, and he's lost out as well. Babel was trying to make headway. He's just switched to the other side, and Kraut's come out further to the right at the moment. Gerrard. Got Crouch as the target. It's Steve Finnan and Cal. Oh, it was close. It was close.
Oh, I thought the keeper got a touch. I thought it was, the cross was particularly intended for Cal. I thought it was slightly under hit. But Cal gets there, and well, I think that's fingers from tips that over. Certainly was aiming towards the top of the goal, and yet fingertip stop from Cal. Doesn't get any credit from the referee. Just there, you'll see. Puts it over the top.
I think he's glad not to get any credit from the referee. It's no corner. Did look like a fingertip. Alex has come on. Malouda's gone off. Joe Cole's gone to the left-hand side now. Alex are going to central defence. In fact, he's been a Chelsea player since 2004. They just sent him out and parked him kind of at PSV Eindhoven, but now the loan is returned, as it were. Drogba's down now.
So Alex will just attach himself to Crouch anytime the ball's in and around the box. Use his power to deal with the threat of Crouch.
Alex, by the way, has only had a week's training with Chelsea when he first arrived in this country. Had no work permit, and so flew back to Brazil straight away. Never came into London. He's back now, and he's making his debut here. Decent player. Here's Aga. Making a run from the back this time, but it's getting very late now here.
It's Mikel that's gone down, and it's cramp, or he's a bit of an injury.
Either way, he's going to need a bit of treatment before the game continues, and Chelsea, I think, will be quite happy to just let the clock run down. Of course, the time is supposed to be added on, but it just has the way of taking any momentum out of anything Liverpool might be building. Ashley Cole just be getting a few last-minute instructions from Jose Mourinho.
This is a ball in from Babel. It's a wonderful ball. It can cause all kind of problems, and Cech needed his legs and all that big frame just to get the ball away.
Looked on target too, Robbie. The players have got good at understanding the sign language, I think. Only 2.5 minutes remaining. That's anything, of course, that the officials want to add on. There'll be a bit of that, I would think. Pizarro couldn't bring that down out of the sky. This is played long towards Crouch. Away by John Obi Mikel. Chelsea getting a lot of players back behind the ball now, in defence of what would be a useful point. Would move Chelsea on to 7 points from their first 3 games. Liverpool would be 4 from 2, unless there's something late here. Kaut. Alonso wants it. Babel on this side. It's Ryan Babel! Oh, a lot of people in the ground thought that was in, but it wasn't. It rippled the back of the net as it rebounded off the advertising hoardings at the Kop end.
Well, they're holding their heads there because, as you say, 1 or 2 people thought this had gone past Cech. He dips inside again on the right foot and shows great power off the short back lift. I'm sure Czech will say he had it covered, but really is aiming towards that near post. And see the keeper, he's over and got his angles right.
Attempts in the second half. More from Liverpool, the home side. But we're in the last minute now of normal time. Ben Haim with the header. Here come Liverpool again. Might be one of their last opportunities. Babel. There's going to be 4 minutes of added time. Count. Gerrard. Is that pain-killing injection wearing off a bit? Cow, disappointing, very disappointing.
More disappointing when you think that you've got Peter Crouch in there, who's just waiting for that kind of ball from that kind of area of the pitch. He's worked hard, Dirk Cow. Top will be ringing with sweat. He's chased, he's harried, he's caused problems.
Confirmation, 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes. Babel. Cost £11.5 million, the youngster. Mistake there has led in Pizarro for Chelsea. He's on his own. He's crowded out by a whole squad of red shirts, and Carragher seemed to be penalised. Free kick.
Bought himself a free kick there. Jamie Carragher made sure he had the contact.
By the way, good to see the old Liverpool legend Tommy Smith, who's been ill, back okay again on the pitch and greeting the crowd at half-time. If his recovery continues. Crouch's header on. No damage occurs. Oh, there for a moment. Czech just lost his footing, it seemed. I think he's going to wear that skull cap after that injury at Reading last year now for just about the rest of his career. Who's going to be happier with the point then if it stays this way, Robbie?
There'll be no doubt it'll be Jose Mourinho. I think that having got the goal up, Liverpool will feel that the referee's aided Chelsea back into the game.
Babel. Stoppage time being played. Alonso towards Crouch, but no.
A little bit too straight once or twice, Liverpool, with balls played forward. Much better when they've got it in wide areas and delivered across the face of the 6-yard box. Caused Chelsea a lot more problems.
Drogba, who can pretty quiet so far today, but here he is now. Looks like it's going to be honours even in this first confrontation between two of the big four sides this season. Lampard. Drogba battles away with Arbeloa, and it's going to be a Liverpool free kick. Drogba just a bit too physical for the linesman's liking over there. Alonso launches this forward towards Crouch, who does win the header. Torres. Terry's there for Chelsea, organising, talking. There was a hand in there somewhere, so Chelsea's free kick. Mourinho, who this week desisted from any snipes at Rafa Benitez in the build-up to this game. Not the usual trading of insults. Been plenty in the past, mind. Liverpool fans looking a bit subdued. Thought they had it, but they've been pegged back. And that big decision, that big penalty decision by Rob Styles will be at the centre of the post-match inquests here. Last 20 seconds now of stoppage time. We're nearly there. And it's rather petered out late on here.
Money hasn't given up yet. Neither have the fans.
And if Liverpool are going to do something, it had better be quick. Rob Stiles checks his watch. Agger comes forward. This will be the last attack. It's Arbeloa. It's Agger again. Now Alonso. Arbeloa. Liverpool fans imploring their side to get this ball forward, but they never do. It's over. It's a point apiece here. Jose Mourinho might be the happier with that. His side were behind. Rob Stiles, big decision. Liverpool players continue to question. There's a smile on the face of Arbeloa as he does so. But that foul by Finnan on Malouda. Penalty, said the referee. Lampard equalised. Fernando Torres's goal on his Anfield debut is not enough for a win for Liverpool. And Chelsea move on to a handy 7 points from their first 3 games of the season. It's 1-1 here between Liverpool and Chelsea.
Yes, back to the old days when games between these two were always tight, so they have to settle for a point apiece. Let's get straight into the second half highlights, guys, and really when we're talking about, or should be talking about, Gerrard or Drogba or Torres, we're going to end up talking about Rob Stiles, the referee. Spencer, you're not a fan anyway.
Well, I don't really want to talk about Rob Stiles. I'd rather just talk about the game, because Rob Stiles wants us to talk about Rob Stiles, and I've got history with him myself, so...
well, I'll tell you what, we'll throw it over to Robbie then. Robbie,
yeah,
what did you make of the controversial decisions, particularly the penalty?
Well, I think, like Spencer said, unfortunately, we're going to talk about the referee, and that's not what we should be talking about. We should be talking about the game. Like, for instance, this wonderful cross from Wright Phillips. Pizarro should hit the target there, but his decisions were just baffling. I mean, forget about the penalty, which for me wasn't a penalty. A clumsy challenge. The ball wasn't even played to Malouda. He's given a penalty. What about the situation? There's the penalty decision.
Alan Parry says he gets too close to the game, too involved in it. Would you agree with that?
He tries to. It's what he wants to do. Listen, I don't think this guy should be managing in a conference, never mind the Premier League.
That's not a penalty,
It's
is it?
never a penalty.
I've got serious history with him. He's...
well, are you going to tell us what this history is then?
Yeah, I mean, I got fined a week's wages and suspended 3 games for
Oh, well, that is history.
giving him abuse.
Lampard takes the penalty very well. No, he does what he has to do. Chelsea get their equaliser, and fairly predictable result in the end. I guess if you thought before the game a draw between these two.
Was there also a problem with Rob Stiles issuing that yellow card? We thought he was going to be the new Graham Poll.
Oh,
I think they cleared it up, and apparently he had given it to Terry.
But he was going to give it to someone, and it seemed like he realised, oh, well, we better do not, I'm going to have to send it on. He just turned around and went to someone else. It was quite extraordinary.
Yeah. You thought, Spencer, as well, that just talking about the game rather than the referee, that Liverpool left it a bit too late before throwing Peter Crouch on.
Yeah, I'd have liked to see them getting him on a bit earlier. They were getting some great positions out wide and getting some real good deliveries in. And, you know, Peter Crouch has got a real habit of being in the right place at the right time, and he's got a great work rate.
We thought that was in.
I thought it was in.
Great shot he's got, hasn't he, Ryan Babel?
The funny thing, Babel did well when he come on. Cuts inside here, dips inside, and that was moving, wasn't it? Czech looked to have it covered. But the thing about Crouch is they were doing that before he came on. As soon as he came on, they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, the club who will be probably the most happy with that result is Manchester United, because if you did miss it earlier on, City won the derby, Giovanni with the only goal. Elsewhere, Blackburn drew 1 apiece with Arsenal. Result that doesn't perhaps help Arsenal's title chances too much, but it is still early days. Ironically enough, Arsenal face Man City in their next game, and of course Liverpool drawing with Chelsea 1 apiece. Let's bring you those goals from first of all the City of Manchester Stadium. Well, just the 1 goal, of course. United had all the territorial dominance, really should have walked away with the points, but City got all 3 thanks to that strike from the Brazilian Giovanni. His second of the campaign, just after the half-hour mark. Did take a pretty heavy deflection off Nemanja Vidic, which eluded Edwin van der Sar, and that proved to be enough for Sven-Göran Eriksson, who makes it 3 wins out of 3. These are the goals from Ewood Park, where Arsenal took the lead over Blackburn Rovers in the 18th minute. Bit of a scrappy goal. Goalkeeper won't be too happy either. Brad Friedel, normally so consistent, eventually poked home by the Dutchman Robin van Persie, who's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders this season, of course, following the departure of Thierry Henry to Barcelona. But again, it's a real goalmouth scramble, and, well, Friedel, for my money, should have stuck hold of that. But in the end, Van Persie stuck it in the back of the net, and Arsenal was set fair for all 3 points. That was until late on, because Blackburn managed to get a share of the spoils. They're doughty fighters under their manager, Mark Hughes, and David Dunn with another goalkeeping howler from Jens Lehmann this time, and he's had 1 or 2 this season, giving Rovers a share of the spoils.
How many goalkeeping mistakes have we seen this season so far with people like Tony Warner?
That's ridiculous.
That's an Alm Asylum.
Well, that is, and it's just poor technique. I mean,
OK, guys, sorry to cut you short. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for your company today, Robbie and Spencer.
Thank
we'll
you.
See you again
Very
soon. Theathune, Mr. Toothy.
We've had a lovely weekend, haven't we?
Draws for Arsenal, draws for Liverpool, draws for Chelsea, all of which leaves Manchester at the top of the table, as people expected. But it's City, not United, top of the pile. See you soon.